maybe you saw this when you're lined up outside. Hundreds of people are hard at work setting up the Oscars, which happen on Sunday right across the street. We have a special guest on our show tonight. Joining our show for the first time ever, one of the all-time television greats, a man who goes by many names, the Irish Beanstalk, the Jolly Ginger Giant, the Albino Rhino, the host of the Oscars, Conan O'Brien is here with us. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is I'm looking for a new place to buy yarn because after 82 years, the knit has hit the fan. Joann, the store your mother has loved since before she even loved you, the store where your grandma bought the needles to crochet your little booties and that hat you wore one time, is going out of business. They're shutting down 800... I'll give you a few moments of silence for prayer or reflection. I have to say, I know why they closed, and it's not because of the internet. Everybody thinks it's because of the internet. The reason they're closing Joann is because they named their store Joann, okay? Used to be Joann Fabrics, but some genius was like, you know what? We've got more than just fabrics. We've got glue guns, we got ribbon, we have buttons. Maybe we should just go as Joann. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's a good... No one raised their hand and said, hey, that's a terrible idea. It's confusing. Joann is my aunt's name. You tell me I'm going to Joann, I'm like, oh, say hello to Uncle Tony. You can't change the name of a store to Joann. It could be Joann's, it could be Joann Fabric, it could be the Joann store, not Michael's isn't Michael, it's Michael's. And guess what? Still open. That's right. And I'm going to tell you something. Right now, Michael's at home laughing his ass off at Joann. It's sad. I love that store. I never went in it, but I love that store. But while Joann may soon be gone, all the weird stuff we bought there will live in our hearts and boxes in our closets forever. So many gnomes in our homes. You know, well, you know what they say, when a Joann closes, a Spirit Halloween store opens its doors. In happier news, guess what is coming back? The Fyre Festival, the disastrous music and lifestyle Fyre Festival that happened back in 2017 and was such an epic mess it inspired not one but two documentaries about what an epic mess it was, is coming back. The guy who ran it went to prison. But you know what? They say if at first you strand hundreds of people on an island with no food or water, try again.
Tickets on sale today range in price from $1,400 to $1.1 million. An experience McFarlane says includes yacht accommodations and access to artists performing, though no artists have been announced yet.
We're going to have artists across electronic, hip-hop, pop, and rock. However, it's not just music. We might have a professional skateboarder do a demonstration. We might have an MMA champion teach you techniques in the morning.
You say we might have. Are any of these for sure haves? Are they booked?
So I think what makes Fyre so cool is that we are selling the experience of Fyre.
Who wouldn't want the experience of Fyre? Hey, half the state of California had the experience of Fyre. It wasn't great.
McFarlane says he knows the experience might not be for everyone.
Is it a risk to buy a ticket to Fyre Festival too?
I think it's always a risk. You're taking a risk because I made a lot of bad decisions and messed up the first festival.
Well, when you put it that way, why not, you know? Do you take Discover card? I'd like to get the $1.1 million package. That guy, his name's Billy McFarlane. He did 4 years for wire fraud, for bank fraud, and making false statements to law enforcement. How he's not part of the Trump administration already, I have no idea. Because he'd fit right in. The whole country is a Fyre Festival right now, and Elon Musk is soaking the mattresses. It is so much worse than I think anyone imagined it might be. Elon and his musketeers You probably heard they sent an email to all federal employees ordering them to list 5 things they did at work last week. Trump loved this idea. He said it was genius, and he said anyone who didn't respond to the email would be fired or semi-fired, which, what if that was his catchphrase on The Apprentice? Meatloaf, you're fired or semi-fired. But then, just a few hours later, the Office of Personnel Management said responding to the email, it was not mandatory, it was voluntary, and a number of Trump's other departments like the FBI, the Justice Department, the Defense and State Department specifically told their people, do not respond to this email. In other words, thank you, Doge, our government is finally running efficiently. What a job. So then today, there were more than 3 million federal workers right now spinning in circles because they don't know what to do. Today, our celebrity president made his plan perfectly clear.
Can you clarify, hopefully once and for all, what your expectations are with this email to federal employees? What are you going to use that information for? And do you see it as voluntary, like OPM has said, or mandatory?
Yeah, well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also, if you don't answer, I guess you get fired. What it really is, what it is do people exist?
Okay, now they're saying it's somewhat voluntary, but if you don't respond, he guesses you get fired. Thanks for clearing that up. I think it might be time to give the planet to the apes because we're finished. These poor federal workers. I mean, really, can you imagine? These federal workers are as confused as Elon's kids were when they realized their father named them after a phone number. And maybe the craziest part of all of it is Elon Musk has no official authority to fire anyone. He's not an elected official. He wasn't appointed. He wasn't confirmed. Who knew you could fire people at a place you don't even work? I might try it at Chipotle sometime just to see what happens. And then, because there isn't enough dumb happening, we have the Klan mom, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who doesn't seem to think federal workers have any value at all.
Those are not real jobs producing federal revenue. Those jobs are paid for by the American tax people. Federal employees do not deserve their jobs. Federal employees do not deserve their paychecks.
Wait, aren't you a federal employee? You're a congressperson. I gotta tell you something. I can't believe Kermit the Frog goes out with her. It really... Thousands of employees have been let go at national parks. Thousands of park rangers have been laid off or resigned in protest. You know how Smokey Bear says only you can prevent forest fires? It's about to be true. They are firing CIA agents, the FBI agents, the VA, the CDC, scientists working on the bird flu, which could soon be a pandemic, are losing their jobs. But Trump's flying monkeys are all in. They love this so much. In Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis held a press conference to announce he's now forming his own Doge task force on a state level. And also, he wanted to do this weird thing to his face.
Okay, do we have any questions? Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. Could we see that again, but it's slower this time? All right, he goes for the nose once, twice, then for the lips, and then a swipe of the dimple, and down into the pants. That's right, as if Florida wasn't gross enough. It's like he's trying to... trying to tell somebody to steal second or something. We have gotten very relaxed since COVID. When COVID showed up, we stopped. We weren't even shaking hands, but as soon as it died down, we went right back to creaming our germs all over each other again, which is not good. It's a bad thing, and it's the reason why I've been working to develop a product that I believe will save millions, if not hundreds, of lives. And I call it hand mask. I'll show you how it works. Guillermo? All right, you just put it on. Just simple, and look at how healthy he is. Hand mask protects your hand and any hand you touch by shielding it so that germs never come into contact with your body. Genius, you say? Well, I'm flattered, and I couldn't agree more. Hello, it's me, your favorite television celebrity, and I am so proud to be partnering with my friend Lee Greenwood to bring you my newest and greatest product yet, hand mask. This is the most important advancement in public health and sanitation since the recently debunked polio vaccine. The hand mask. Protects you and your loved ones from nearly every non-sexually transmitted disease. Norovirus, coronavirus, E. coli, chickenpox, trucker's rash, anxious bladder, lazy uterus, cooties, crabs, and whatever this is. I bought 1,000 boxes of these on Amazon, and now I am marking them way up and offering them to you. Get your hand mask for only $29.95. Available in both right and left, and they're so easy to apply. That thumb. But don't just take it from me. Damn it. Take it from fellow satisfied hand mask wearers.
Hand mask.
Hand mask gives me the freedom to shake hands again.
Hand mask.
I never take mine off.
Me neither.
Hand mask.
Wait, aren't these just gloves?
Kick 'em. Greet the world with the confidence of knowing that disease and pestilence are a thing of the past. Thanks to Hand Mask. To get yours, go to handmask.com. The extra K's for Kimmel, because Hand Mask with 1K was taken.
Hand mask does not protect against germs or disease.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. Use hand mask at your own risk.
Available at Walgreens.
I accept your Nobel Prize. Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20,000,001.